Let's do it.
You didn't get hurt, did you? Heard a lot of rumbling.
You say what?
Wait, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work on this audio thing. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna go get a headphones and see if I put headphones on, it gets rid of the echo. All right.
Okay, for
Give me
sure.
2 seconds. Hello, Gabriel. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Hello. No, you good, cuz you good. Hey, that's what we doing. Like, I don't waste time. All right, so scene one is good. I look like trash, but it's okay. I'm Jerome Fleming. All right, scene number two, you good. Stand beside grandma. Scene number three, let me fix that real quick. Um, I gotta fix scene number three real quick. That is where me and you are beside each other. Oh no, we good, we good. So yeah, so pretty much like I said, long story short, I'm going to get an introduction, and even though the world hears it right now, this is I want to show kids how this is done. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't make callaloo and saltfish without going to the store to go get a callaloo and saltfish. You know what I'm saying? So so first thing I'm gonna do is I put the link out on different places already, so some people are already listening. I'm gonna read the scripture. After I read the scripture, we're gonna have a conversation. All right, cool. All right, so hello world. I'm sitting here right now, and as I said before on Instagram and Facebook and everything, today is my grandmother's 106th birthday. She taught me everything I pretty much know as far as how to sell something, how to talk to people, and it's how to be a genuine good person. Um, One thing she's always told me is read the Bible, read the Bible, read the Bible. That's all she ever has said to do. So for her 106th birthday, I asked her the other day, it was like, hey, Grandma, what can I do for you as a gift? And she was like, I don't need nothing. Any gift you could ever give me, I've already had. So just get people to go to church, get people to do something, get people to give to a greater good. I'm like, okay, Grandma. She said it, but I was thinking something bigger. I was like, yo, what can I do in order to help people? And one thing Grandma has always told me, it was like, make sure that you read Proverbs. Make sure you read Proverbs. And her reasoning was there's 31 days in Proverbs, and well, there's 31 chapters in Proverbs, excuse me, and there's 31 days in a month, give or take one or two. So she was always like, make sure that you read Proverbs every single day. So if you read that, you'll become a better person. So what I'm doing for the next 31 days, I'm going to read Proverbs and have a conversation with somebody that I know who knows my grandmother. And that reasoning is to help further grandma's message. Because what better way to give, not give, but show honor, respect, and love to somebody you care about and love than to do exactly what they tell you to do. So I am going to start with Proverbs chapter 1 right now. And I got a special guest on the other side that's going to join us in a conversation to discuss what we read and why we're reading it. Okay, here we go. Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of King Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. For for attaining wisdom and discipline, for understanding words of insight, for acquiring a disciplined and prudent life, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and their learning, and let their discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They will be a garland to grace your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, come along with us, let's lie in wait for someone's blood. Let's waylay some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive. Let's like a grave, and hold like who goes down to the pits. We will get all sorts of valuable things, and we will fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lots with us, and we will share in common purse. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set your foot on their paths, for their feet rush into sin, and their swift shed blood. How useless is it to verse 17. How useless to spread a net in a pool of birds. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They waylay only for themselves. Such is an end to all who go after all ill-gotten gain. It takes away the lives of those who go get it. Wisdom calls aloud in the streets. She raises her voice in publics and squares. At the head of the noisy street, she cries out. In the gateways of the city, she makes her speech. How long will you simple ones love your simple ways? How long will your mockery and delights in mockery, and fools of hate and knowledge? If you have responded to my rebuke, I have poured my heart to you and made my thoughts known to you. But since you have rejected me when I have called, and no one have gave heed when I have stretched out my hand, since you have ignored my advice, and you will go accept my rebuke. I, in return, will laugh at your disaster. I will mock your calamity and overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you in a storm, when a disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelms you, then will I call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but I will not be found. Since they have hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since the Lord since the Lord have not accepted my advice and spurned my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the cups of their schemes. For the waywardness of their simple ways will kill them, and complacency of the fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear and harm. And that ends the reading of Proverbs chapter 1. So I am going to bring in right now somebody I've known his whole life, um, my little cousin. Um, I don't know where he is right now. Can't find him. Let me reach out to him. Give you 1 second. Just give me one moment. No problem. So bringing in right now my cousin. I've known his whole life. My little cousin. I call him Gabriel. Gabriel, what's up, cuz? It's crazy. Like real talk. Grandma is like so lit all the time. Like every time I talk to her is absolutely because it's like people's like, why you act that way? I'm like, you met my grandma, like every day, all day. So I just finished reading Proverbs chapter 1. They don't believe it. Can you hear me? Okay. All right, cool. So I just finished reading chapter 1, right? And chapter 1 dealt with a lot of stuff. Were you able to read it, hear it? All right, cool. So, question that I'm gonna ask you is this: what does wisdom mean to you personally?
Is uh, is wisdom knowledge applied? Is because I definitely fell into this category because we grew up with a family who gonna tell you right from wrong when your diapers is on. They gonna make sure your direction in life. But I fell in many times in many situations where I knew better, but I ain't do better. You know what I mean? So, I think wisdom is having the knowledge, but applying that knowledge. You know what I mean? As many times I know I'm the smartest dude in the room, but I'm acting the dumbest. You know what I mean? And
We do.
with things like that, I'm not applying that wisdom. So, Yeah, so it's just like, the understanding, but because it almost takes courage. It almost takes courage to walk out what you know. Like, I mean, when you know better, when this world is offering so much more, though, you know what I mean? Not so much more, so much glitter compared to the goal. Like, you know what I mean? They're offering these alternatives or these back doors or shortcut ways, but that knowledge is to understand, like, yo, man, I might have to go the long to get all the fruits that I need to get the full understanding. So applying the wisdom that you already know. That's what I would say.
Now, this
This
is
is
not
not
part of the
part of the
list that I
list that I
got of
got of
questions,
questions,
but
but
I don't
I
know if
don't
you
know if you
know
know
our
our
uncle, Uncle
Uncle
Jerry.
Jerry.
You know
You
Uncle
know Uncle
Jerry?
Jerry?
Oh yeah, been preaching since I was a baby, baby.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So
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 Uncle
Uncle
Jerry
Jerry
had a
had a
pastor
pastor
come
come
to
to
preach
preach
it
it
at
at
revival.
revival.
Like, I
Like
love
I love
revival.
revival.
Like
Like
for
like for
me,
me,
revival's like
revival's
going
like
to the
going to the
club. I
club. I
like
like
it's so
it's so
refreshing. Like
refreshing.
real
Like real
talk.
talk.
I'm not
I'm
even
not even
joking.
joking.
But
But
like
like
a
a
preacher
preacher
came
came
and he
and he
explained
explained
sin
sin
like
like
this:
this:
SIN,
SIN,
self-inflicted
self-inflicted
nonsense.
nonsense.
SIN,
SIN,
self-inflicted
self-inflicted
nonsense.
nonsense.
So
So
when I
when I
hear
hear
like,
like,
cause
cause
as
as
far
That's
far
deep.
hey,
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 it's
it's
not
not
that
that
deep.
deep.
It's
It's
surface
surface
level.
level.
Sin.
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 Right,
Self-inflicted
Self-inflicted
right,
nonsense.
nonsense.
right, right.
So it
So it
was
was
like,
like,
as
as
soon as the
soon as the
first time I
first time I
heard that,
heard
I
that,
was
I
like,
was like,
yo,
yo,
sin is
sin is
really the
really the
stuff that
stuff
we
that
do
we
to
do to
ourselves to
ourselves
put
to put
ourselves in
ourselves in
situations
situations
where
where
we
we
find
find
ourselves
ourselves
doing
doing
stupid
stupid
stuff.
stuff.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
So
So
when I
when I
hear
hear
that,
that,
it
it
kind of
kind
puts
of
me in a
puts me in a
situation
situation
where it's
where
kind
it's
of
kind of
like
like
somebody
somebody
say,
say,
"Oh, I'm
"Oh, I'm
sinning."
sinning."
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
sinning
sinning
because you
because you
put
put
yourself in
yourself
that
in that
situation.
situation. It's
It's
not
not
like
like you
you
stumbled
stumbled
upon
upon
something. No,
something. No,
you've
you've
been
been
working on
working
this
on
for
this
a
for a
while. You
while. You
got
got
good at
good
it.
at it.
You
You
got
got
good at
good at
saying
saying
right
it
now. You
right
know
now.
what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
I'm saying?
So
So,
so
so
Man, that reminds me of something. Being married, it's like people tell you, like, people's like, man, I just accidentally cheated. It's like, you can't accidentally cheat.
he
he
has to
has
do
to
You
do
had to go
nothing.
take
nothing.
a shower. You had to go put the cologne on. You had to go plan out when you was like, you can't really stumble upon these. And I understand, like, slipping or maybe like, like maybe a cuss word slip, but it's the way you train your mind. Like, I remember, I think it was Grandma Kareem who told me, like, it's like a bubble gum machine. Like, if you got a bubble gum machine and you only put purple bubble gum in that machine, you put a quarter on it, you turn the thing, only purple bubble gum is gonna come out. But if you put yellow in there, red in there, you know what I mean, pink in there, so basically that concept, like, if it's not in you, it can't come out of you.
That's
So if
facts.
that cursing is in you, if that stuff, you know what I mean. So really with that concept, like, man, you can't really, like, it takes planning to your own downfall, like you said. And then, like, most of the times after the sensation goes away, it's that that regret, that guilt, that kind of sets in to where when you ain't applied that. And I think that guilt and that regret after the fact comes from the knowledge you had before you even engaged in it. Like, you knew better and now you guilty because you knew the whole time you wasn't even supposed to be over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
like
like
something.
something.
One thing
One
that I
thing that
hate
I
in
hate in
life
life
with
with
speed. I hate
speed.
when
I hate
people
when people
speed.
speed.
I hate
I
it.
hate it.
But if
But
you
if you
know
know
better, you
better,
do
you do
better.
better.
You know
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
It's really
It's
that
really that
simple.
simple.
Facts.
It's
It's
kind of
kind of
like,
like,
so if
Facts.
you
so if
know
you know
better, you
better,
do
you do
better.
better.
But
But
you put
you put
yourself in
yourself in
certain
certain
situations.
situations.
Oh, I
Oh,
was
I was
speeding to
speeding to
get to
get to
my
my
job
job
because I
because I
was
was
late.
late.
Why were you
Why were you
late?
late?
Answer that
Answer
Right.
that
question.
question.
I was
I was
late
late
because
because
I
I
woke up
woke up
late.
late.
Why'd you
Why'd
wake
you
up
wake up
late?
late?
Oh, I
Oh,
was
I
out
was
late
out late
last night.
last
Why
night.
we ate
Why
out
we ate
last
last
night?
night?
Oh, I was
Oh, I
trying
was trying
to
to
meet this
meet this
person that I
person that I
shouldn't have been
shouldn't have been
meeting.
meeting.
Okay,
Okay,
fix the
fix the
Right.
problem
problem
and you
and you
find your
find your
solution.
solution.
End of the
End of
day.
the day.
Well, since you asked me questions, let me throw one in there for you,
I
cousin.
got you.
I'm
I'm
listening.
listening.
I'm
I'm
listening.
listening.
Oh, you gonna say it like it's easy? Okay, watch this question.
Life is
Life is
easy.
easy.
What is a time in your life? What is a time?
Wait.
Okay,
Okay.
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 Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
What is a time in your life you felt not you felt you found yourself somewhere you knew better than?
I have
I have never found myself in a place.
I'm
I'm
lying. I'm
lying. I'm
lying.
lying.
Okay.
I'm lying. Of course I'm lying.
Sometimes I
Right.
Sometimes I
found
found my
places
places
and
and
I
I
knew I
knew I
shouldn't have
shouldn't
been
have been
there.
there.
It was
It was
really
really
those
those
times I
times
was
I was
looking for
looking for
something I
something
know
I
I
know I
didn't
didn't
need.
need.
I
I
wanted
wanted
something
something
Mm.
in my
in my
life
life
that
that
I
I
didn't
didn't
need.
need.
You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Because
Because
we
Right.
we
sit here
sit here
and
and
look
look
at
at
we sit
we
here
sit
and
here
look
and
at
look at
all
all
these.
these.
I ain't gonna
I
call
ain't
them
gonna call them
false
false
prophets, but
prophets,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm
call
gonna
them
call them
false
false
individuals in our
individuals in our
lives. You know
lives.
what
You know
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying?
We
We
look
look
at
at
individuals in our
Mm-hmm.
individuals in our
lives. We're
lives
like,
and like,
yo,
yo,
they got
they
the
got the
baddest
baddest
cars.
cars.
Yo, they
Yo,
got
they
the
got the
baddest
baddest
girl.
girl.
Yo,
Yo,
they
they
doing this.
doing it
So
so.
I
I
want to do
want
what
to do
they
what they
doing.
doing.
And when
And
I
when I
do
do
Right.
that,
that,
I
I
find
found
myself
myself
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
now
now
I'm
I'm
standing
standing
outside
outside
of the
of the
Charlotte
Charlotte
Coliseum with
Coliseum
two
with two
dollars in
dollars
my
in my
pocket.
pocket.
I
I
don't know
don't
how
know
to
how
get.
to
I'm
get. I'm
getting it
getting it
home,
home,
and
and
now
now
I'm in
Right.
I'm in
trouble.
trouble.
True
True
story.
story.
True
True
story.
story.
Right.
We gonna
Right.
We
find
Right.
find
out.
out.
And it's
And
kind
it's
of
kind of
like
like
Right.
the
the
times in
times
my
in my
life
life
where I
where I
knew
knew
I
I
effed
effed
up.
up.
I
I
curse,
curse,
but I'm not
but I'm
gonna
not gonna
curse right
curse
now.
right
But
now. But
I
I
curse
curse
because I'm a
because I'm a
real
real
Right.
individual.
individual.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
I'm a
I'm
real
a real
dude.
dude.
I'm not
I'm
a
not a
fake
fake
dude.
dude.
But I
But I
found
found
myself
myself
I
in
love
in
it.
those
those
spots
spots
because
because
I was
I was
trying to
trying
do
to do
something that
something
was
that was
not
not
in
in
me.
me.
You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Because I'm
Because
gonna
I'm gonna
skip to
skip
something
to
real
something real
quick.
Mm.
quick.
Jonah,
Jonah,
you know
you
about
know about
Jonah,
Jonah,
right?
right?
Jonah got
Jonah got
swallowed
swallowed
by
by
what?
what?
Oh yeah. A whale, baby.
Why he got
Why he got
swallowed?
swallowed?
Well,
Well,
because he
because
was
he was
doing
doing
something he
something he
wasn't
wasn't
supposed to be
supposed to be
doing
doing
and being in
and
a
being in a
place he
place he
shouldn't have
shouldn't have
been at.
been at.
And you know
And you know
what?
what?
Jonah,
Jonah,
Jay,
Jay,
Jerome,
Jerome,
that's
that's
me.
me.
I
I
always find
always
my
find my
places
places
in
in
situations like,
situations like,
yo,
yo,
this is
this is
crazy.
crazy.
Why am
Why
I
am I
here?
here?
And I
Right.
would
And
always
I
end
was
up
end up
there,
there
and I
and I
find
find
myself in
myself in
places I
places I
shouldn't
shouldn't
be
be
in,
in.
and next
And
thing
next
I
thing I
know,
know,
I'm in
I'm in
trouble.
trouble.
Not
Not
because
because
Right.
of
of
stupidness,
stupidness,
it's
it's
because of
because of
bad
bad
decisions.
decisions.
Before I
Before I
found
found
myself on
myself
this
on this
corner
corner
of the
of the
Charlotte
Charlotte
Coliseum,
Coliseum,
it was
it
like
was like
20 other
20 other
things I
things I
did
did
stupid
stupid
before that.
before that.
It was a
It was a
Right.
process.
process.
Right.
It
That
was a
led you
process.
there.
It was a
It was a
process.
process.
Like,
Like,
what
what
leads you to
leads you to
sin?
sin?
A
A
process.
process.
What
What
leads you to
leads you to
stupidness?
stupidness?
A
A
process.
process.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's profound because it's like it's simple, but it's like no, it's a process that leads you. Like sin is a process. Like you gotta walk in it.
You
Like
gotta
you know
Think
what I
think
mean.
about
You
it.
about
gotta
it.
set your
It's like
mind.
you don't
You
wake
don't
up and be
wake up and be
like,
like,
yo, I'm
yo,
a
I'm a
sin. Be
sin.
like,
Be like,
you know,
no.
dominoes,
Dominoes,
bro.
bro.
You
You
knock down
knock
the
down the
first one,
first
the
one, the
second one is
second one is
easy, the
easy, the
third one
third
is
one
like,
is like,
okay,
okay,
that's
that's
given.
given.
When you get
When
to the
you get to the
50th
50th
one, it's
one, it's
like,
like,
yo,
yo,
Right.
we here
we here
already.
already.
Might as well
Might as
go
well
ahead and
go
do
ahead
it
and
with
do
it,
it
see
and
what
see what
happens.
happens.
Right. I'm already in it.
Might as
Might
well
as well
do it. You
do
know
it. You
what
know.
I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna
Right.
hit you with this. I'm gonna
I'm
hit
gonna
you
hit
with the
you with a
second
second
question. If you
question. If
try
you
to
try to
trick me
trick me
with a
with a
question.
question.
All right,
All right,
Okay.
so
so
here's my
here's the
Okay.
question.
question.
All right,
All right,
Grandma
grandma's
challenged
challenged
us to
us to
read
read
Proverbs
Proverbs
every
every
single
single
day.
day.
What
What
does
does
that
that
say
say
about the
about the
kind of
kind of
woman that
woman that
she
she
is?
is?
Man, I would say intentional. I would say that speaks that she's very intentional. I mean, that's what I've seen in her, since being alive.
Hey,
The
Forever.
moments
forever.
and the times you get, like, yeah, she's gonna be intentional. What she says, like, when you think about it later, everything meant something. Like it's almost like she's not gonna just waste words with you. From my experience, it's like everything I'm saying is for a reason. And there was some stuff she said to me when I was a kid that I didn't get till I was a man. You know what I mean? But having that voice and recalling. So I think by her saying that, I think she's very intentional. We could travel the whole world. You could amass all the riches or women or whatever you think is valuable, but then to go back and realize that, yo, my family gave me the realest treasure at my origins. Like, you know what I mean? There was nothing more valuable than what I was already given. You know what I mean? And then you stepping back from the Hollywood life, you realize like, yo, I was out here searching for value or searching and it was already given to me. You know what I mean? And you start to value those treasures, those time, and So yeah, I would say the reason she's has to be very intentional because I think when she does that, she's not just speaking to you or me or who's in front of us. She's speaking to the generations inside of us. You know what I mean? To be here here for 106 years. Like, I think she to everything that's inside of you and that will come after you. So yeah, very intentional.
So
like,
I don't
I
know
don't
if
know
people
if people
know
know
the
the
life
life
that you
that you
lived.
lived.
And
And
I
I
say
say
that
that
because,
because,
like,
like,
you
you
Gabriel to
Gabriel to
me.
me.
You the
The
cousin that
cousin that
stayed in
stayed in
South
South
Charlotte
Charlotte
Right.
for a
for a
long
long
time.
time.
Then you went to
Then you went to
California.
California.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us
Tell
a
us a
little
little
bit
bit
about you
about
real
you real
quick.
quick.
See, man, I got a brother, Jerome got a cousin, his name is Nick Cannon. Now, this brother he had a single called Gigolo. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what a gigolo is. but Google Gigolo, and Nick Cannon has lived out that word to its fullest. He done put a little twist, and you know what I mean. But those were other than grandma. Those were some of the examples that we had. And then being in Hollywood, so being in Hollywood, man, having a front row seat to all of that. Like, whether it was the distractions, the women, the drugs, the access. I remember being on tour with Nick was a married artist, signed Death Jam to Raya, and one of the valuable lessons I learned from being on tour with her is you gotta choose. Like too many options can be a problem. You know what I mean? We in the club, right there, she having fun. Of course, every other woman is for your dick. But because we could pick whatever we wanted in the crowd, it's like, by the end of the night, you end up by yourself because you didn't choose. It's like Amy done went home, Jaleisha done left, like, now you realize, like, oh, dang, I had all of these opportunities, but never picked one. And now I don't have none no more. So that was one of the valuable lessons. But back to the main things is like, growing up with that example, with that excess, but coming from Charlotte, North Carolina, coming from the dirt, you know what I mean? Fishertown, baby, Kannapolis, baby, Kannapolis. You feel me? But just that, you feel me? All the glitter, we had a foundation of, whether it was Christ, whether it was family, we had those examples and those things that was instilled in us. So definitely was able to indulge at his highest, at his most rebellious, even, and
What
really
you're
had
saying
encounters
is
with
you
God.
did a lot of sinning. That's what I
I
heard.
did a whole lot, man. So like we were saying. Go ahead.
Like sin is self-inflicted nonsense. Based off that definition,
Right.
you did some stupid stuff.
Yes, sir. Some dumb stuff, man. And we knew better, man. Stay off of Google. You could Google some of the dumb stuff. But because when we knew better, so that's why it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, let's get back on track. But like I said, getting older and now being a man, now having children and having other people that you're responsible for, that recklessness has to kind of be sharpened. And now realizing where I'm pulling from is everything I already knew, everything they already instilled in me before I got all the knots from bumping my head. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, Hollywood was a journey. It still is. We still out here. The glitter is crazy, but the gold is the family. The gold is the identity. We all get one fingerprint. Your fingerprint different than everybody else's on earth. What mark are you gonna leave behind? Well, whose identity are you walking in? So whether it's your family's legacy, whether it's the identity of Christ, I had to, come face it. Even with Nick Cannon being famous, being my brother, I'm dark skinned. I don't look like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
12,
I had to put on. Yeah, you feel me? So I had to put on different things to where, okay, well, if I don't look like him, I could be funny like him, like, you know what I mean? Just to try to, because I would get those looks, like, people say Nick Cannon's brother coming and black ass show up, like, you know what I mean? Sorry, grandma, but
Grandma understands. Like I talked to grandma earlier. She understands.
Yeah. But that can give you an identity crisis. Like, who am I? What is my belonging when the world is telling you supposed to look like this or be like this? And I really had to go back to those early, trainings of those early identities. Faster than fast, quicker than quick, could do all things through Christ who strengthens you. The things that we were taught coming up. So, yeah, man, it's been a doozy.
Yeah. I know. All right,
All right,
so
so
we're gonna
we're
get
gonna
to
get
the
to the
next
next
question real
question real
quick.
quick.
All right,
All right,
next
next
question
question
is
is
Proverb
Proverb
1
1
warns
warns
us to
us to
listen to
listen to
wise
wise
people
people
or
when
when wise
wise
people
people
speak.
speak.
Who has
Who has
been a
been a
wise
wise
voice
voice
in your
in your
life,
life,
and what
and
is
what is
something
something
they
they
told
told
you
you
that
that
stuck?
stuck?
Definitely my pops, man. My pops definitely had to be a wise voice. Grandma Kareem for sure. It's also Grandma Kareem's son. Rest in peace to my grandfather, James Cannon Sr. It's his birthday today too.
Uncle
Uncle
James.
James.
And just you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Hey.
But just their shaping of a man. Me and my daddy was former gangbanging, gave his life to Christ, and just their transformation story. So
that's a crazy
everything
story
they
in of
really
itself.
poured in me my whole life. Yeah.
When your
When your
dad told me
dad
that, I
told me
was
that, I
like,
was
I'm
like,
gonna be a
what?
You said what, Jerome?
Like when your
when your
dad told
dad
me
told me
like his
like his
gang
game
past,
pass,
I was
I was
like,
like,
yo,
Man,
yo,
brother fell off a roller coaster. Yeah, man.
that's
He
right.
actually took me through some of his neighborhoods, and all his old partners came out. And they don't call him James; they call him different stuff out here, like Tarzan and Tizan, and
You,
yeah, like
I
I
never
never
known your
known your
dad
dad
as
as
James.
James.
It's
It's
always
always
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
right,
It was
It's
all
all
like,
like,
hey,
hey,
right, or Bunky.
nope, Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Like
Like
that's the
that's
older
the older
generation. You know
generation.
what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what I'm saying?
I call
I
him
call him
Tarzan because
Tarzan
my
because my
mama call
mama
him
called him
Tarzan because
Tarzan because
grandma call
grandma
him
called him
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Everyone call him
Everyone called him
Tarzan. So
Tarzan.
I
So
call him
I call him
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Like,
Like,
hey, what
hey, what
Tarzan
Tarzan
did
did
here?
here?
Have you ever asked why they call the wild man Tarzan?
I
Like
know,
when
but
you
I
hear
ain't gonna
those
say it.
stories, it's
I
crazy.
know, but I ain't
But I
gonna
ain't
say
gonna say
it.
Okay.
I like,
Crazy.
but I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna say
this.
this.
Your
Your
dad
dad
is the
is the
reason
reason
why
why
I
I
have
have
gotten
got
into
into
entertainment
entertainment
in
in
any
any
sense
sense
for the
for the
last
last
25
25
years,
years,
even
even
more.
more.
So
So
Right, right.
what a
Likewise.
while
while
ago,
Yeah.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna play
gonna
him
put him
like
like
I think
I think
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Like
Like
what?
what?
I think
I think
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
What?
What?
I'm
I'm
like, yeah,
like, yeah,
okay, you
okay,
don't
you don't
understand it.
understand it,
Whatever.
whatever.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
your
your
dad
dad
gave
Right.
gave
me
me
all
all
the
the
knowledge
knowledge
and
and
information
information
and
and
knowledge I
knowledge I
needed to
needed
do
to
what I
do
need
what
to
I need
do.
to do.
So
So it's
it's not
not
a
a
far
far
fetched that
fetched that
all his
all his
sons
sons
are
are
doing
doing
great
great
stuff.
stuff.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So yeah,
Man, God is real, man. God, but you know what? The one thing too that we did, like, we had to come back and get from y'all the strategic, the crossing the T's, dotting the I. Like, we got a big, how do you say, college base down south. Like, what I mean? Y'all all went and got, we be out here trying to freestyle and stuff. And it's like, no, you need that with that, and then it makes, like, you know what I mean? So even going back and just watching how, like, no, y'all, no, we're not skipping a step. Like, nah, cross the T's, dot the I's, and coming into your manhood, you realize the value of not freestyling in life. You feel me?
yep,
yep,
yep.
yep.
So I
So
got
I got
another
another
question up
question up
for
for
you.
you.
I'm
I'm
so
so
give me
give me
2 seconds,
seconds,
and I'm
and
gonna
I'm gonna
say
say
next
next
question
question
I
I
have
have
for
for
you
you
is,
is,
I mean,
I mean,
this
it
should be
should
an
be an
easy one.
easy one.
All right,
All right,
how do you
how do you
stay
stay
grounded
grounded
and make
and make
wise
wise
choices
choices
in a
in a
world
world
full
full
of
of
distractions?
distractions?
How do you handle the distraction, man? I don't want to be cliche, man, but the truth is Christ, man. If I didn't have, the understanding that everything's supposed to line up to that, like, myself, I desire, like, I'm flesh, man. Like, if I didn't have to do that check with a higher power, with God, man, I would see myself. I told myself, but because that's what I wanted. Like, I was in my own head and found movable truth. Like, man, I lost. You know what I mean? I be holders, man. So I think that's how these men out here. You know what I mean? These women are looking more alien. How do you become? How do you be loyal to a woman? How do you even in Hollywood, how do you not take evil, let's say this practice? How do you not to get mine else, man? And I just think God put on a body of flesh and came and died for our sins, and that's humility. If I didn't have the concept of a king of the world, became a human, like if I wasn't shown true humility, like what being humble truly looked like, man, I could be a mess. So weed out the distractions to walk in your calling, man. It's really understanding what true humility is for sure.
Hey,
Hey,
I
I
got
got
you.
you.
And
And
to
to
add on
add
to
on to
that,
that,
it's
it's
kind of
kind of
like
like
one thing
one
that
thing that
grandma
grandma
has
has
always
always
told
told
me,
me,
like
like
every
every
time that I
time that I
go
go
anywhere
anywhere
or
or
do
do
anything.
anything.
I
I
remember when I
remember when I
was
was
young,
young,
in the
in the
band.
band.
She
She
used
used
to.
to
Mhm.
I used
I
to go
used to
by
go
her
by our
house
house
and was like,
and was like,
"Grandma,
"Girl, we gotta go to,
better go to
like
go
go
to a
to a
competition,
competition,
go
go
to
to
football
football
game." And she
game." And
was
she was
like,
like,
"Remember who
"Remember
you
who you
represent."
represent."
And what
And
that
what that
did, that
did,
put
that
the
put the
onus
onus
on
on
me
me
to
to
like,
like,
okay,
okay,
it's
it's
not
not
just
just
me.
me.
Who am I
Who am I
representing?
representing?
Okay, I'm
Okay, I'm
representing
representing
my
my
mama.
mama.
I'm
I'm
representing my
representing my
daddy. I'm
daddy. I'm
representing
representing
my
Right.
my
sisters,
sisters,
my
my
brothers,
brothers,
my
my
cousins.
cousins.
I'm
I'm
representing
representing the
the whole
whole
community. I'm
community.
Right.
I'm
representing
representing
her.
her.
So when
So
she
when she
said
said
that,
that,
she didn't
she
say
didn't
that
say
to
that
be
to
Right.
be
like,
like,
go out
go out
there,
there,
who you
who you
represent?
representing?
West
West
Side
Side
all
all
day.
day.
Dubsy.
Dubsy.
You know what
You know
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying? No.
No. I
I
represent
represent
every
every
generation
generation
of
of
Right.
generation
generation
of
of
generations. You know
generations.
what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
So it
So
was
it was
kind of
kind
like
of like
when
when
grandma
grandma
said,
Right.
said,
"Who we
"Who we
Right.
representing?
representing?
Why are you
Why are you
doing
doing
this?
this?
And if you're
And if
not
you're
doing
not
this
doing
for
this
the
for the
right
right
reasons,
reasons,
correct
correct
yourself,
yourself,
update
update
yourself,
yourself,
and
and
readdress
readdress
yourself to
yourself
do the
to do the
right
right
thing."
thing."
You know what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
That's what
That's
I
what I
take
take
from that
from that
whole
whole,
that
that
one
one
sentence.
sentence.
Who we
Right.
We
representing?
representing.
Absolutely.
So like,
So
I
I
remember
remember
going to
going to
like a
like a
band
band
competition one
competition one
time,
time,
and
and
I was
I was
drinking.
drinking.
I was
I was
working a
working a
food
food
line.
line.
I ain't
I ain't
care. You
care.
know what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Like
Like
went to
went to
work,
work,
came
came
home.
home.
Grandma,
Grandma,
Right.
my mama
woke
woke
drop you
drop
off.
you off.
Where you
Where you
going?
going?
Going to
Going to
band
band
competition.
competition.
No, you're
No, you're
not.
not.
Take
Take
the
the
band
band
uniform
uniform
off.
off.
She
She
took my
took my
band
band
uniform
uniform
off at
off at
least
least
six,
six,
seven
seven
times.
times.
Ironed it
Ironed it
with
with
hard
hard
starch,
starch,
Mm.
like
like
strong
strong
starch,
starch,
to make
to
sure
make
that it
sure
was
it was
straight.
straight.
Right.
And she
And
was
she was
like,
like,
Right.
"Okay, now
"Okay,
you
now
can
you can
represent
represent
me."
me."
Right.
I was
I was
like,
like,
"This is
"This is
trash."
trash."
Right.
But
But
okay,
okay,
I
I
guess I
guess
got
I
to
got
do
to
what
do
I
what
got
I
to
Right.
got
do.
to do.
So
So
yeah.
yeah.
Right. But then
When
when you get kids later, you be the same one going like this, getting stuff off their face in public, and like because you understand, like
come here,
Come here,
Cora,
Cora.
come here.
Come here.
You better
You
see
better see
my
my
baby's here
baby's here
now.
now.
Wait,
Wait,
you
you
seen my
seen my
baby
baby
before, right?
before, right?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on,
Come on,
baby.
baby.
Come on.
Come on.
Say hey,
Say hey,
cousin
cousin
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
What's up, little cousin?
Hi, cousin Gabriel.
How you doing?
He said,
He
"How
said,
you
"How you
doing?
doing?
Good.
How you doing? You doing good?
Why are you
Why are
here
you here
down
down
here?"
here?
I know you
Oh,
brilliant.
I'm
Tell you
doing
brilliant over there.
there.
Oh, you
Oh,
want
you
me to
want
see
me
me
to
up
see you up
there?
there?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you
Well,
want to
you
see
want
me
to
up
see you
there,
up
so
there.
if you
So
go
you go
upstairs now,
upstairs
you
now,
can
you
see
can see
yourself.
yourself,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Bye
Yeah, bye
bye.
bye.
See you
See you
later.
later.
See you later, alligator.
All right,
After
good
a
to
After
see
while,
a
I'll
you,
while,
figure it
little
figure it
out.
out.
cuz. After a while, check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
the
baby
baby
girl,
girl,
she
she
wins.
wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
I think
I
I got
think I got
one more
one more
question
question
for you,
for you.
Harriet, so
Harriet,
you can
you
see it.
can see it,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Last
last
question I
question I
got for
got
you.
for you.
How
How
has
has
faith
faith
shaped
shaped
the
Let's
the
way
do
way
you
it.
you
make
make
decisions?
decisions?
Man, faith shapes the way I make decisions. It goes into every decision I make. there's times where faith got me to places I never thought I would be. Having the faith, knowing that God is with me. There's places I've been alone, but knowing God is with me, it gave me the confidence to, go in the room. There's auditions, for example, and stuff I've been on that I was scared. I walked in the room and I seen faces that I recognized. Like, dang, I seen him on TV before. Like, I know they're going to get this part before I get it. Like, you know what I mean? But the faith that, no, I sent you here. You know what I mean? That voice, me conversating with God was allow me to go in the room, get the part, and you know what I mean? But then know who gave me the victory. You know what I mean? So I think, but then I teach acting and improv in the juvenile halls, and I'll be asking myself sometimes, like, what's the difference? What's the difference between me and my brothers or my family and these kids of these generations? What's the difference? And, there's certain filters that we was given, like the grandma filter. Like you said, the things that she'll say to you, that everything you think or hear has to go to that filter that was said, having a father in our lives. Like, because you got dad at home who can nunchuck a belt real good, is like, hey, I can't go with y'all, but y'all tell me how I went. You know what I mean? Like, every one of your decisions goes through that filter of a father, or that filter of a grandmother or mom, or that filter of faith. So I think faith is a filter, almost like a water filter. That's impurities that come through the water. This filter will catch those and weed those things out. So, yeah, man, faith is its own filter. It could give you superpowers that you never thought you had, or it can, because the faith that you stand on, it can, weed out a lot of the distractions. So that faith filter is valuable. And I don't think I can make a decision in life now because of the truth I know without even subconsciously sending it through that faith filter, for sure.
That makes so much sense. Like, you said a lot, but guess what? How you said everything you're saying. Because it's kind of like the way that I view it is kind of like everything that I'm a scientist at heart. You know what I'm saying? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If I do something to hurt someone and I get away with it, it's going to be magnified to the point where it's going to hurt me even more the next time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we live such lives separated from the original truth, where so many times in life we try to get away from the original truth, that we separate ourselves from God. Because so many times people are afraid to say, why you do this? God will be upset, or this right, like the version of God in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel you.
Right.
I feel you. I'm not a preacher. I'm a bartender. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's my trade. You know what I'm saying? Don't you want what Uncle Jerry and Kate do? Nah, that ain't me.
Hey, it's in you, baby.
No, I run from it. I'm Jonah. Jerome.
You know it's in you.
Nope. I run from it. Yeah, but like real talk, I thank you for helping me out on this first one. Because like it was a lot to get to this point, and when Grandma said that she wanted to do something for, like, she wanted to spread the Proverbs first chapter with the world. This is my gift to Grandma. You know what I'm saying? But like as much as
I'm
Grandma
honored
to
to
me, hey, I can never pay Grandma for what she did. So.
Right, man. I'm honored to be on the first episode. It's a pleasure. Grandma, it's me, baby. It's me, Jerome. We here. I don't know where them other grandchildren at.
No. I tell you a lot more. Would you like me to tell you? I won't. Because I want to embarrass you. You're California. How you kids doing?
How the kids?
How you kids doing? How you kids doing?
Multiplying.
So I said that for the fact. I didn't want to call you first. You got a lot of stuff going on. one person trying to go to
Man,
one
but you
place.
see, I'm ready.
Hey, I appreciate it to the end of my heart. Next time, like no, I want you to come to the house because you got to see what the stuff I've been doing in the basement. That's what you got to come see. Like,
I see you building, baby.
I
I
got
see.
barn. I got my indoor gardens. We got food. We got space. You and all the kids come and have a good time and stay on flimmy.
You know, that's something I was thinking. I was somewhere like, and it was like I was somewhere that was talking about learning the trade to grow. And I remember when we was younger, like you was out there and you know how to grow, and like when you was yeah. And it's like, yo, I got a picture on mine, like, because I got to get that, because you know I'll be on my doomsday prepping type of stuff. So it's like I gotta get that knowledge. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
We know it's coming.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
like I think for the time, the kids, we got to give a shout out to the kids that you helping right now, that you're teaching right now, or anything else.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Young Visionaries. We here, man. But shout out to family, man. Appreciate y'all. I miss y'all. I love y'all. And man, we pushing this line, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna hit you up later. I know your dad is not too far from here right now. So you're supposed to come by, but I'm just Jerome.
We'll see if you do episode 2. Stop playing.
Hey, don't play me because I will do it. I'm like, yo, Charles, what's up, bro?
You know, if you have Pops on episode 2, that's gonna be like a 3-hour episode.
No. We start Proverbs, end up in John.
Revelations, right?
Hey, back. But all right, I ain't gonna hold you too long. Thank you for your time. I will holler at you later. And if you need something, just let me know anytime.